with JT. So, things that you should never do to your spouse. Number one, don't use shouting or loud voice to communicate. Always use a kind voice or communicate in a kind way, right? You don't have to use voice or to raise your voice to your spouse. It may detach them from you. Another thing is don't want to expose their weaknesses. All of us have our strengths and our weaknesses, so please don't go out there disclosing the weaknesses of your spouse, else you are rendering them naked, and in fact it is even affecting you more than them. Another thing is that never use your moods or your attitude to communicate. The moment you are triggered by emotions or by moods or attitude to communicate, you're going to lose the touch with them. So please always be sober when you're communicating with your spouse, right? Unless it's something that is so pressing and you need maybe a shoulder to lean on. If you know it is maybe in an argument or there is something, please use a sober mood to communicate. Don't compare your spouse with others or with your exes. Please, if we know the moment you get married, we all know that there are still handsome men and beautiful women out there. Please, your eyes should not be blind to those ones. Don't start comparing your spouse with other people or with your exes, telling them, my exes, hey, you're going to destroy your marriage. And the Bible says that you're destroyed for lack of knowledge. Know the truth and it will set you free. Another thing is never ill-treat their friends, especially for we Christians. If you know that your spouse has godly friends, please don't ill-treat them. Don't treat them like an outcast. Or you want to start detaching your spouse from them. Please, they need each other. You found them together, so please don't be a block between the two, because some of them are their business allies. So if you try to interfere, you're going to destroy even your own livelihood and the financial capacity of your spouse. Another thing is that don't disdain your family, right? Don't go there exposing your family, doing things that are not allowed to do. Please cover your family. Use wisdom, use understanding to try and hide the welfare of your family. Another thing is that you should stop comparing your family to others. Please, always relate with your family as your family. Never take your children and start comparing with them with other families and all that. Maybe you went to a hotel and you bought food and it was so tasty. You come back home, your wife has good food. Maybe that day she just managed to add an extra salt and you start calling her Lot's wife and calling her names. Please, you're going to destroy it all. Another thing is that never stop being a prayerful person. Please always pray for your spouse. None of us want to marry prayer points. We all want to marry prayer partners. So please, at times, there is nothing as beautiful as when a man or when a woman wakes up at night and you find your spouse praying for you, interceding for you, and all that. It's a beautiful thing. So please, never stop praying for your spouse or praying for your family, including your children and all that, because that is one of the bonds. That is one of the ways that we fight the enemy as a family. Another thing is that don't be too demanding. Some of us ladies, we can be I don't know what to say, because we know ourselves. At times, especially if you are married by someone that has a bit of finances, we tend to overuse it. We tend to be like, that moment when it comes to a point you want to prove that, I married someone that has money. So you are every time requesting for this amount of money. And when he comes and tells you, you're like, I decided to change my wardrobe. And the guy is like, you just changed it last week. Why should you ask that kind of amount of money to change it? You have a fridge at home, a very expensive one. You ask for money, you are given. You go and replace it. And it has not even finished 6 months. Yeah, what are you even doing in the first place? Please, don't be too demanding. Don't be a liability. Also be an asset in your marriage. Another thing is that don't be overly judgmental. Some of us, when our spouses phone calls, you are like, can you put it on speaker? I want to hear the person that is speaking next and all that. I want to hear who you are communicating with. You are ever suspicious of the movements of your spouse. So why did you marry them in the first place if you didn't trust them? Yes, I know one thing I believe is that in marriage, if I get married today, my husband will have access to my phone, and maybe I should also have access to his phone. Because if you know that you are clean, there is no reason as to why you should hide it. But unfortunately, some people have been given that privilege and they misused it. So you find that the moment you get maybe how the password of your spouse's phone and their PIN number, bank PIN numbers and all that. You not start exploiting even their finances because you have access to everything. Please, that should change. Another thing is that don't be too busy for your spouse. They need you. Some men will be like, even some women, you find that they will say they're always in ministry. So you find, I met one of the couples, they were in really dire need of help. And the issue was that because one of their spouse was always away from home, like they can count how many number of times they have met within a year. Oh, the woman will be like, or the man will be like, I have just seen my husband. If I should count, maybe 2 weeks only. From all the times, maybe you come just 2 days, go back to work, 2 days, go back, or maybe weekend. So just one weekend, another. So the person is like, if I have spent a lot of time with my spouse for the entire year, it can't even go past 1 month if you count all the days. And you are like, please, that thing is going to kill your spouse. You didn't marry a wood. You married someone that has flesh and blood. Please, prioritize your spouse. Let them be your first priority. We know ministry could be demanding, but please ask God to help you to know how to carry it, to know how to navigate through and how to deal with every situation as it rises. Another thing is that never get married or base your marriage on riches, because at times resources ends, finances ends. So what will happen to you if you go married because of what the person has? That means that your marriage will only crumble, because at the end of the day, if what brought you there is already removed, then there is no essence of you continuing in that marriage, right? So that is to tell us that you need to be careful. Don't base your marriage on the earthly. One of the things that I believe is that a genuine marriage that is instituted by God should be a marriage that is built on eternity in view, whereby you are together to fulfill purpose, to fulfill destiny, and to raise a generation, a kingdom generation. Your children should be warriors in righteousness, warriors in God's kingdom, not just you feeding the other another. You know, someone was telling me that they get married because they want to fulfill the other, as the Bible promises. Please, that is not one of the major reasons why you should marry. Marry for purpose reason, right? Another thing is that never demean your spouse. Never compare your success with their own. Maybe you are a career woman, or maybe you are a ministry lady and you are able to flourish very fast, or maybe you are already got a promotion at your workplace and you're earning better, or maybe you are a husband and that is the case to you. Never look down on your spouse, please. The Bible says that two becomes one. It means that the moment you're looking down on your spouse, you're looking down on yourself. And number two, marriage is not about competition. It's about complement. It's about you together, coming together to complement each other. So the moment it becomes a competition ground, that marriage can never go far, right? Another thing is that don't ever leave your house or leave your spouse in the hands of caregivers or in the hands of, we call them domestic workers, right? Because at the end of the day, if that be the case, what will happen if at the end of the day, you find that your spouse has started now maybe going out with your maid and all that? You know, there's some responsibilities that you should handle. Your marriage is your marriage. It's your first ministry. Yes, you may require a house manager. You may require someone to help you. But don't leave your spouse in the hands of these people. I have met people that the moment they maybe employ house helps, they leave the house helps totally in charge of the family. Like they're the ones that even know what the husband eats or anything. The wife does not even care. In fact, the wife does not even come back home. She just went and left, and no one knows where they are. Please, don't leave your husband or your wife in the care of your domestic worker. It's not worth it. Please, it's your responsibility to take care of your spouse. You hear a man saying, I give you a driver. If she wants to go anywhere, just carry her along and take her to where they are. No, please don't do that. It's not supposed to be so. Another thing is don't start blaming their struggles. Every person, no matter the other accomplishments, they have their own struggles. That's why we said in the first, I said, I think it's in the previous video that, or in another video, I will say that, you know what, all of us have our own weaknesses and our own strengths. Please, and I request that don't go and expose the weakness of your spouse outside there. So please, all of us are struggling. It could be financial struggling, it could be their health, it could be their mentally, they are already down and all that. Please don't go discussing them, don't go disclosing them to everyone. It's not everyone that needs or deserves to know what your spouse is going through. Some things, keep them for yourself, keep them for your family, and disclose to only people that are deemed to know about it. Not everyone. In fact, not even every of your mentor needs to know that, right? That's why you need to include God. You need to carry God around to know, who am I supposed to go and review these things to? Another thing is, don't be wasteful. Some people waste a lot. You are given, maybe you are a wife, your husband suggested just be a housewife, and he leaves you with money, but you are liability. The little money you are given, no matter how much money you are given, you don't know how to save. You consume everything, you take everything. Like, Jesus. You know, as if I just laugh, I'm like, wow. Some people are given so much privileges by God, but they take it for granted. Please, if your spouse entrusts you with finances, they entrust you with their bank account and everything, please don't be wasteful. Save, invest, use only that which you need, not what you want. At times, let's say, for example, your spouse has a car, your husband has a car, he already bought you a car. Now he has entrusted his ATM in your hands. So what are you going to do with buying another car? Why can't you manage the one in fact, the one that you have not even used it? It is still almost new, and you're already going to buy another because you want to fit into a class. Which class? You want to buy those expensive clothes that because maybe you have never worn them and you realize that they exist. Now you want to start with. Please don't be wasteful. Invest. Use your money only when it is needed. Another thing is that don't never challenge your spouse in front of your kids, your family members, or others. If they make a mistake, please never confront them immediately or directly in front of those people. You are humiliating them. Wait until you go to your room, into your secret place, that's your bedroom. Go there with low tones. Don't be shouting. Some people will tell like this. They will say, okay, so it is not, as long as it's not in front of. They will go to their bedroom and be shouting. In fact, even the neighbors will be knowing that there is a challenge at home. No. What I mean is that sit your spouse in your closet. Talk to them nicely with a cool voice. Tell them, let them know why you are not satisfied or what made you feel the way you are feeling towards what they did. And definitely, since they have understanding, they will understand. Now, another thing is, never neglect your appearance before your spouse. Please, your husband should not be coming. Maybe you are newly married as a lady, and definitely there are no guests coming home, and you are only you and your husband at home, and you are wearing 2 deras, you are wearing two trousers, 2 skin tights, I don't know how many. No. Look presentable. He found you looking presentable. Don't now look like an old granny. Please, dress nicely, look good, look neat. When you are going out with your spouse, look presentable. Let it be dress in a way that your spouse can pride in you. Like they can present you before people and be like, wow, you know what? She or he is my one. Because that is the only way that you make yourself to continue being a spec to your spouse. Those are just a bit of them. We have taken a lot of time. I believe that from the few that we have shared, there are many things that you should not do to your spouse. So, God willing, maybe next time we can continue. But for the meantime, Truth Bites podcast comes to an end now. Till I come your way next time. Love you so much, guys. Shalom.